Yo, welcome back to E3 2017 right here in Los Angeles. Everyone watching at home, thank you for being here. I hope you like Minecraft. If you don't, you soon will. I'm here, Adrian, with my good buddy Swifter, hanging out here with Brad and Cameron, talking about Minecraft today.
How's it going?
How you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
Cool. We saw the video. It's all about 4K.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Graphic pack.
Thank you.
What's the big deal about this? Why should we care? Has it been a long time coming? What's happening?
Yeah, this is the first major visual update that the franchise has had ever.
Ever?
Yeah, ever. They've been little things along the way, like new mobs or new textures or content packs that you can purchase, but they've all been based on the same technology. So this is bringing all new technology to Minecraft with the Better Together update and the new Bedrock engine. And so it's the first time that we're bringing a lot of the things that some of the community have been doing, like the fancy shaders and stuff, to the actual franchise itself.
Okay, so you're taking like concepts that they've done and bringing it to everyone across any device, pretty much.
Yeah, the community has inspired us for a lot of things, and we're always trying to find ways to integrate things that will make what they've been doing easier and faster and safer. And this is one of the things that we've invested in.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. How was the process of just going through like every single texture and just like, giving it the love, the 4K love across the board? Was it like a super intensive kind of thing where just like how was that?
It was a super duper.
Add duper to every super for the rest of this segment.
I'm sorry, we just cannot do that anymore. It's like,
I've had enough of it already.
Yeah,
right?
I can't say super without duper.
Just call it SD, man.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like when we first started out and thinking about doing this, the challenge was how to keep Minecraft.
Right.
But then just expanding kind of the visual spectrum in which it has.
Right. Such a tricky thing because Minecraft, it's like iconic because it is so like simple in respects, but adding that kind of like that level of detail while retaining that.
Yeah.
I guess must have been kind of like a top of the list, right?
Yeah, and it's something we think about every day. Every feature that we add in and every pixel we change, we're still thinking like, have we gone too far?
Right.
Is it going to be?
Have we gone too far?
Have we gone
Roll
too
it back.
far?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I wonder if you have previous models that you and your friends have built, they carry over, right?
Yeah,
to the
absolutely.
new edition. So
Yep.
have you seen things where someone has this massive project, like they build a Death Star or like a giant wolf's head, and now it's available in the super duper update pack?
Yeah.
Does it look different, deformed? Like is a snout pointed this way now because of the way everything's been worked?
No, the structures, the blocks, the shapes will all be the same.
Oh, wonderful.
And so what we're trying to do is just layer on top of what's already been there. So if you have a world that you've been building for years or a very special location or a skin that you've been using for years, you can use the Super Duper Graphics pack, and it'll take some of the default settings, so you'll get the specular and the highlights and the shadows just placed on top and integrated well into the world that you already have been enjoying.
And another thing about this whole thing is that we're really trying to unlock the ability for people to build their own shaders and all of that stuff as well. Yeah. So I mean, we had the ability for people to make their own textures and and shaders and everything, but now we've given them things like normals and tangents and like post-processing that they can go in and change things that they weren't able to change before. And so I'm excited to see what people actually build with this on top of what we've done.
Yeah.
More than just what we're giving them.
Are you excited to see the kind of like the videos where it's like pre-super duper, post-super duper, and then just having their world kind of like just like kind of like MTV Crib style, like come on in, check out this 4K.
Right there, they have that.
That's right there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, right there. Hey.
Oh, the actual raised rails right there.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah, so a couple of things like you just mentioned, the raised
Oh,
rail.
look at that
That
water.
water is
Yep.
gorgeous,
Oh.
Thank
man.
you. Yeah. People can add 3D geometry to blocks or mobs in the game now with the release of this. People will be able to add specular highlights and missive, which have
Look at
typically
this.
been either not there or only done through programming. And then we've added special things like light transmission, so you can kind of have light feel like it's coming through blocks.
Oh wow.
You can
That's
control
sick.
all that with texture maps now. So
All while keeping it feel like Minecraft, which is like
Yeah.
blows my mind. I don't know how to even approach that challenge. Like,
Oh, the eyes. Yeah, that's nice
Yep.
right there.
yeah, that's a great example of like you didn't have control over this as a player before adding the emissive maps to it, but now you can.
Yeah, that's always the weird thing, I think, when I was first playing Minecraft, is that you would place down like one glowstone, and it had a certain radius to it,
Yeah.
and sometimes it didn't capture the feel of what you really wanted to be there, like what you were kind of accomplished visually in your
Right.
head.
Yeah.
You know, and this actually gives you the ability to do that.
Yeah, we're opening up all kinds of things, and this is just the start. It's the start for us and the start for the community. We're going to build upon this as we go forward. The community will build upon this. So it's just really the first step in this next journey that we're taking.
Are there cool things that you guys have seen already, like that you think about when you first saw it and you said that's the perfect example of, like, anything that impressed you right away? Like any models that you've seen in the new change?
Yeah, for me, like, it's some of the smaller things. Like you're in a cave and you're hacking away, and you bust through the wall, and all of a sudden there's this big bright light shining in your face.
Yeah.
And the light streaming into your mind.
Yeah.
And it's just this moment that takes you a second because it's not something you're used to. But and you're placing down blocks and you're seeing shadows drop around you, and all of a sudden you've enclosed yourself in a space and you poke a hole in the wall, and now you have light in your room again.
Oh,
and so
that's cool.
it's these moments that you're used to in Minecraft, but adding layers of visual fidelity on top of that experience.
Another thing is just the draw distance of the whole thing. It
Yeah.
lets you kind of it turns it from being able to just see a little ways, a good distance, but then being able to like plan out where you want to go next, seeing clear far down into the distance and saying, oh, that's that river that I was at before, and there's that mountain over there that I was at. So lots of cool moments like that happen.
Yeah. What about you personally? Is there anything that you've seen too that also impresses you as much, or is it
Yeah,
the same?
I really like the just the whole atmospherics, the fog and everything that comes in, especially kind of during the sunrises and sunsets. It adds just a whole new feel to the game that it didn't have in that way before. So just adding layers like that on top of it, just adding to the atmosphere of the game is really cool.
Wow. Were there any particular like challenges in optimizing it for 4K out of curiosity? Because it seems like you have to pay attention to so many things with with the various platforms we will play it on, especially together now, which is really cool. Yeah. So like, was that like a tricky part?
Oh yeah, that's a lot of it because of all the different platforms that we have. It's a challenge to get everything working correctly on everywhere, and then making it all work fast and doing all that as well. So definitely, yeah, it's been a lot of new stuff and a lot of getting everything working everywhere.
Behind the scenes, right?
Yep.
Right.
And,
Very cool.
and since the worlds are all dynamic in Minecraft, we don't have like a pre-built stage that you try to make look perfect and pristine. You just never know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a personal investment in destruction. So I'm wondering how, for example, our friend was building a house, and unfortunately it flooded. So he was sad. He went offline. We felt bad.
Yeah.
So we built him a brand new house.
Yeah.
We're good friends. But the doormat had a switch, so he stepped on it, TNT. The entire house blew up. He was sad. We laughed
What a
forever.
great friend.
It was
Wow.
hilarious. He logged it right off. But how did the explosions look with this new update? Like, is it still like smoky block or?
Yeah, we're planning on doing kind of a full sweep with all the things you're used to seeing: explosions, effects, potions, all the things that you're used to seeing.
Cool.
And they'll all kind of take on the new properties and the new technology that we're bringing with the pack.
And when is this taking place?
This is a launch with Xbox One X, so
Okay.
November.
Cool. And where can we find out more information about this stuff?
Minecraft